O'Malley, and I'm a volunteer for CAVA. And this year I was put in charge of the winter exhibition here at the Mayslake Peabody Estate. It's a beautiful show. We had about 60 artists, and the show will be open until the end of February. So if you get a chance, please come down and see it. It's well worth your time. Gallery is open Monday through Friday from 12 until 3, and on the weekend, whose hours I forgot, but they're open a little on the weekend too, so please come down.
How long have you been a CAVA volunteer?
I started volunteering with CAVA about 1992.
Wow.
A long time. And I was on the board for many years. I was a president for a while and the secretary for a while. And I was on the board probably for about 25 years. They chose, we have 5 awards. There are 3 honorable mentions, a special award of excellence, and so I'm going to start with an honorable mention. And the first one is for Sherry Moore. Her piece is right there. It's the pair with the ribbon around it. It's called Caressed. This was an elegant piece, and they were impressed with the rich tones and quality of tonal range, the excellent composition, and the classic photographic style. And the second honorable mention goes to, in the corner there's that piece of sculpture, and it goes to Christopher Newman. Okay, Christopher Newman, it's called Slip Over, and it's made of aluminum. And the jury felt the piece was well made. They liked the sense of movement and colors and the leaning composition.
Yeah, I'll begin.
Sure.
This piece is about gravity, and it's about the effect of gravity upon different sized things that are finding their way into a position where they are now not falling down, but they have that possible effect on each other that they will collapse. And when you look at life and what happens during life in regard to timing, aging, the change in seasons, the change in weather, the change in the opportunities, then we understand that things that are put together in very delicate positioning can actually by some happenstance, fall down or collapse. So we must always be prepared for those kinds of actions. That's what I want to reveal here in my sculpture.
The special award goes to Dorothy Shaw, and the piece is right there. Jerry thought it was beautiful, precise, and it had a feeling of Asian Middle East mosaic. So they were very impressive. So congratulations.
I'm Dorothy Shaw, and I'm happy to be here today, and it's an honor to win an award for this piece, Journey Without Distance, and I'm really excited. It's a very meaningful piece for me, and the caliber of artists here at this exhibit is very high, and it's just very exciting. I'm so thankful to be recognized and to be part of this group and this exhibit.
Our third honorable mention goes to Jeannie Cat McGrail, and it's right there. It's called Birds of Heaven, Fishes of the Sea. It's digital photography, mixed media. The jury members were caught by the striking composition and coloring. The sense of movement and the swirling atmosphere were intriguing. The jury members also were impressed by the use of contemporary media. And our final piece is our best to show. And that goes to Sally Tibbetts. Did Sally make it? I did. Where are you, Sally? You got best to show. Congratulations. It's called All the Pieces. It's a collage. And one of said, the piece really hit me. It's quiet and understated. They like the delicate feel to it, the oriental sensibility, and they were drawn to the strong, well-balanced competition and fantastic colors. So they awarded that piece the best of And that's it for the awards. Thank you, everybody.
A work that has a companion to it. This is one of two pieces that I made at the same time. On my table I work flat, and I started this one, and then I went on over to the same size of strata, and I built on that too. So there's another piece very similar to this at home. I'm really honored that people are enjoying it, and it's an exciting show, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm thrilled with my prize. Thanks a lot.
That's great. Thank you, Pat. Yeah, it's been a pretty amazing year. We had a little bit of a business luncheon at the Museum of Contemporary Art. I don't know if anybody here would want to. I have some notes from that I really just kind of wanted to share with everybody. You know, this past year, it's been really kind of a year of reemergence for CAVA. Our MIP has grown by about 23% this past year. And, you know, we've really into our financial resources. The caliber of the shows has increased, I think, dramatically. And, you know, we're continuing to kind of expand our presence in the Chicago area and actually beyond. We actually have some artists now that are, you know, I think at the Bridgeport show we had an artist submitting from California. So people are starting to look at the Chicago Alliance of Visual Artists as, you know, kind of a serious art organization. So, you know, I'm going to share a little bit about what's coming up, but I wanted to share one thing that I think is pretty exciting. We've created a partnership with a private club in the city called Birch Road Cellars. I don't know if anybody knows about it. They actually have a private club in Lincoln Park and in Logan Square, and it's basically like a really kind of high-end place where you could go and you have your wine cellar, and you know, I think they have about 300 members. But we're actually going to be curating an ongoing art collection at Birch Road Cellars. Every 6 weeks, we're going to have a different CAVA artist represented. And they're going to have openings for their members. So it's a way for CAVA to, you know, really start exposing to another population. It's a little bit of a younger audience as well, and so I think that's good. And then that's going to be kind of our headquarters as well. CAVA's going to be able to hold board meetings there. They've got like a great room. They've got a formal dining room for 14, and there's a bar and a wine cellar. And so it's a really interesting partnership. So we're going to be able to do that, and it's great to be able to promote CAVA to a completely new audience, you know, a fresh audience. So, in addition, in 2021, this is the first exhibition of the year, of course, and but we're going to have 4 other full exhibitions, and our 6th one is going to be a 3-month exhibition of art. And it's really going to be open. It's going to be more of an invitational to members that have been volunteers over the year. And so we want to be able to create some incentives for our membership to get a little bit more engaged, volunteer, you know, to help support some of the events, and look at a way to then reward our membership. So we're going to be bringing back the annual show and tell. It's kind of a meet and greet critique event. We're going to, you know, continue our half-day learning symposium. We're planning our next members luncheon, and then we're also looking at developing a kind of a studio visit series. So perhaps every 3 months, you know, we'll have 1 or 2 or 3 studios that we'll go visit that are perhaps in a specific area of the city or the suburbs or something. And so we're developing that. And then lastly, we're looking at ways to really take the organization to the next level. So we're going to be undergoing a formal strategic planning session where, part of that is going to be surveying our full membership, with a very specific type of questionnaire to determine ways to grow. And so, I'm looking forward to doing that. And then last but not least, there's we're looking at doing a painting workshop for Birch Road sellers, and we're also looking at doing maybe like a portrait slam, so any artist that would be, involved in portraiture are, so looking to have a couple of those events set up. And of course, that would be, with CAVA members as well as Birch Road seller members, and just some interesting type of things to add. So, yeah, I think I've pretty much covered everything. Please, if you haven't, look on the website, because we do have, the full year calendar. And just to make an announcement, our next show is called Small Wonders. And Susan, what is the size?
The size limitation is 14 inches.
Okay.
The longest side, including the frame.
Yeah.
And it's up at the North Shore Senior Center in Northfield. We do have a reduced entry fee for
Right.
that. And the
And
call
if
for
that-
entry is
yeah.
currently open.
Yeah.
So through our website, and the deadline is February 6th.
Okay.
It's a show that will run essentially March and April. It's a 2-month show.
And then we're gonna follow that up with our spring theme show. It's gonna be at the Beverly Arts Center, and the theme of that is Collective Awakening. So there'll be more information coming out on that, but that's gonna run from April 22nd to June 4th. Our show and tell is probably gonna be at the Old Town Triangle, and that's gonna be in August. The member show is going to be also in conjunction with the Chicago Open House. We're hoping to do the Burger Park Mansion on Sheridan Road, and that's going to be in September, October. Later Impressions will be up in Evanston at the Evanston Arts Center, and that'll be October 8th to November 6th. Probably having our Learning Symposium in conjunction with that show in November. And then we'll have our members luncheon in December. And again, more information coming out on the studio visits as we develop that. So again, thanks for being here, and certainly get engaged with us as much as you can. So.
Some schools do. They're just at our.
Showing the art at the same time.